Do you know why you have so much churn? Because you're not measuring them and analyzing them. Hey, it's Gary, 3 times head of growth. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can analyze churn, understand churn, so you can be proactive and mitigate churn. What methods can you use to measure and analyze churn? You could use a method called Product Top 10. You can use exit surveys and interviews. You can have at-risk check-ins with your team. You can conduct cohort analysis, and you can do a core activity engagement analysis. What is the Product Top 10 method? Basically, get your customer-facing team together and list out top 10 churn reasons. And have disagreements, have discussions, and really look at the data and see, does it really match? Well, list out those 10. It could be product improvements. It could be lack of features. It could be unsatisfactory support. It could be competitive pressure. Whatever it is, put that 10 reasons together, and then put the logos, your customer logos that are impacted by each of these reasons next to it. And then quantify the dollar amount behind each reasons, so that you can go back to your executive team, your leadership team, to your organization with this analysis and influence the product roadmap and have data-informed discussions about that to drive some of these business decisions. Do an exit survey, do exit calls. It's straightforward. Conduct those exit calls. Do a proper post-mortem. Get your team together to learn why. What can we improve on? What can we have done instead? And which customer accounts have the same challenges? Prioritize these exit reasons. Always be learning, but you should be able to anticipate the churn as they come. Not at the very end when you have to do an exit call. You should be anticipating the churn from your businesses, from your customers. Have an at-risk check-in with your team. Meet with your team. Have a proactive outreach with your customers that have low engagement. Set tasks and reminders for you and your team. Get to the fire before it starts. One of the major mistakes is not talking to customers with this weird fear that if you talk to them, you'll remind them to churn, to stop using and cancel your software. The earlier you get in front of this, the more time you can change the customer's mind. Do a cohort analysis. Track the retention rate of your customer. When was their last login? If we track them by monthly active, how many consecutive months have they visited? Average month did they drop off? How many months did they stay off? Did they return? Now consider a group of customers. How many customers you acquire or onboarded in September, visited again in October, visited again in November? Are they graduating forward? And understanding this pattern helps you figure out if there's blockers in the journey. And it gives you some signals what's going on. But even those signals may not be enough. Do a core activity engagement analysis. Just because a user visit doesn't mean that they did the core action. Monitor the actual usage when the customer actually came back to your software. We assume that the core action equals getting value. Are the customers getting value? If they're not getting value, they're not using your core feature, then they're most likely to churn soon. Get them back on track. Help them realize the value of your tool. Ask them why they're not performing those core actions, and get them to perform those core actions again. So you can save these accounts and make sure that the customers can retain and they can utilize your platform. Follow me on growthwithgary.com or feel free to subscribe here to learn more about how to execute PLG, lead and operate and launch and be successful in SaaS.